Lee Miller, fashion model. Lee Miller, photographer. Lee Miller, war correspondent. Lee Miller, writer. Lee Miller, aficionado of classical music. Lee Miller, haute cuisine cook. Lee Miller, traveller. In all her different worlds, she moved with freedom. In all her roles, she was her own bold self. A paradox of irascibility and effusive warmth, of powerful talent and hopeless incapability. Lee rode her own temperament through life as if she were clinging to the back of a runaway dragon. Sometimes the dragon triumphed, and Lee was plunged into bleak, weeping despair. But mostly she took control and won a close-run victory against herself first and adversity second. Her successes always left an enduring impression. She loved to learn, create or take part, and then move on to something else. Some of her jags, as she called her current obsessions, would last only days. Others stretched for years. Photography was her supreme jag, and she deserted it only when, after 30 years, she had exhausted all its abilities to provide excitement. Lee's spread of interests amounted to much more than the desultory pecking of a dilettante. Whatever she became involved in, her commitment was total, and the consequence to herself and others was of only minor consideration. Though Lee had an immense capacity to learn from other people, few can be seen to have had much influence on her. She herself changed little as she moved among the giant-sized characters that peopled her different worlds. The core of her character had been assembled, stamped and sealed for life at an early age under the supervision of a remarkable mechanical engineer, her father, Theodore Miller. Theodore Miller was descended from a Hessian soldier who settled in Lancaster, Pennsylvania after the Revolution. His father was a bricklayer from Richmond, Indiana, but Theodore started his working life as a machine operator making wooden wheels for roller skates. With tenacious application, he worked his way into progressively better jobs with the help of qualifications obtained through the International Correspondence School. In later years, when accused of being stubborn, he would dismissively say that stubbornness was just applied determination.